ghost rapper, make your cold bone shatter. Great no matter what, yo, they hate, I'm so flattered. Scatter brain bane, I'm a bathe in the acid rain. Max the name Omega, Madecipha, yo, I'm past the range. Accustomed to chaos, make walk with the
I'm getting a crazy reading. It's like not going down. I am a ghost hunter. This is what I do. Yo, hit the thermometer, hit the thermometer. I'm like freezing right here. I remember when I found out what death was, I completely like lost my mind.
Folklore enthusiast, so forth and I'm losing it. Closed doors at the loony bin. Who he is wrong.
Holy
I'm a boss kid, lost in my own
what is
mind.
that? My whole life I've had this morbid obsession with death. It can't be debunked and it can't be explained. Instead of running from it, I just accepted it. Oh man, this place is crazy. You know, I'm synonymous with death at this point. We're in a recording studio for Spider Bite Records. This is my booth where we make magic. Got a lot of pets. Marcus is an Eastern European legless lizard. It looks like a snake to the naked eye, but if you look at his face, it's actually a lizard face on a snake body. Here he goes. What's up, Marcus? There he is. I'll feed you in a minute. Come here. I got a rat. She's cool. This is what we play a little game. I just feed her junk food. I give her like, you know, good stuff once in a while, but get in there. And then she'll go all the way up there, and then she'll come right back and take another one. She'll hide it. This is like the thing we do. Come on. Come on, there you go. Good girl. I got some turtles. I keep mud turtles, that's Penny. She's the favorite. And I got some scorpion muds, eastern muds. I got a Malayan box turtle. I got a razorback musk. I got about 12 of them in here. Out of all the hobbies that I have, turtles is probably my first love. You know, everything else is a big deal to me, but they're kind of like how Mike Tyson liked pigeons, you know? His first fight was somebody heard a pigeon and then he became a boxer after that. It's kind of the same thing with me. I just sit out here sometimes and watch the turtles and they help keep me peaceful. I preserve all my pets that die. Everything dies of natural causes, and I have an entire room of it. I've been doing it for a while. You sell some you keep. I remember when I found out what death was, I completely like lost my mind. My whole life I've had this morbid obsession with death. Instead of running from it, I just accepted it. You know, I'm synonymous with death at this point, and voila, there you go. All right, but yeah, these will go right here. The Oddities venture started in 2006, and I've been keeping turtles since I was 11 years old. These are my turtles. I keep turtles. That's like, I'm one of the biggest collectors of turtles known right now. I have 140 species. From here on, each one of these turtles has 2 heads, and they're all different. This one right here is an albino, 2-headed red-eared spider. There's 2 of them in the world. I have 1 of them. You know what I mean? So I'm in the game. It's a big community. I know all the heavy hitters. It's known as vulture culture, and a lot of people are like in it, and you know, you'll see a lot of people just buying and selling stuff, and I guess I've become one of them. It's just a little side hustle that took on a life of its own, and yeah, it's my oddities room. So these both are called electromagnetic field detectors, or EMFs. They detect electromagnetic fields, but spirits disrupt electromagnetic fields. So if you're in the middle of a cemetery or like in the woods or even like at an abandoned asylum and there's no electricity going on at all, and this starts going off, it's a good indication that there may be a spirit present. It doesn't necessarily mean that for sure. You have to debunk it, because when you're in a house that has current electricity going through it, they're harder to use. When you're in the cemetery, you're in the woods and stuff like that, you're walking through Bar Hack, you're walking through Dudleytown, and you got this on and it starts beeping, you know, something's probably around. That's when you start taking some photos, and that's when you like set up your shop and you play with this. This is called a ghost box. It's basically like the recorder, only it's it's AF FM sweeps, and you ask questions like, is anyone there? And it's like static. It sounds like radio static, and stuff is supposed to come through, the spirits are supposed to come through the static and talk to you. It's basically the same thing as this, only this you don't hear at first, and it records and it plays back, and this you hear in live time, but you can't record it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like asking so in all honesty, if you were like playing with it like this and recording, like it would kind of almost, you would need both of them. You'd have to like be asking you questions like, is anyone there? And it'd be like the static, and you have that onto it, and then something comes through, and then you get the recording of it on like that. And I'm sure there's probably a way to mic it from there to there, and you can hook them both up together. But again, I haven't done all that. And that's pretty much it. We got a nice camera. I mean, that's all you really need. I embedded it with fear, and I said it to the masses. I wear a black mask, and I'm headed to Damascus. From ashes he's risen, giving beauty when it's lacking. A savage and truly unruly in classes. I'm restless because they about to test me. I sound impressing, found in the house of Jesse. I'm proud and ready, messy and detached. That's sad to discover. I'm a spaz undercover, I'm a bad Speak loud till nothing's left, yet someone's getting beat down. 3 rounds of sudden death, son's possessed but kneels down. The Jehovah Jireh, know the name, my soul's deranging, goes expire. Insane in the brain as it roasts in the open fire. Flames, I'm so maniacal, I study Psalms daily. Palms all bloody, but denying bonds crazy. And maybe I'm a hybrid that's an angel and a demon. I'm thankful I'm alive, but I'm hateful that you're breathing. In about 2002, I started rapping real serious and developed everything. I became Madecipha in 2004. The ghost rapper, make your cold bone shatter. Great no matter what, yo, they hate, I'm so flattered. I combined the paranormal with my rap. I use scary beats. We rap about, ghosts and stuff like that. See, I said rhyme. I said rhyming. I'm supposed to say Ryan.
A little late to apologize. Try not to hear it. A lot of lies I'm finding. Rhyming rhymes it in the lyrics.
See, check the dub. Check the dub, see what the dub says. Because if you can maybe just swap it up.
Rhyming rhymes it in the lyrics.
What's it there?
Rhyming rhymes it in the lyrics.
No, I said it rhyming.
Rhyming.
Finding rhyming rhymes it in.
That's like rhyming.
Yeah, rhyming. It's supposed to say Ryan. It's just tongue twisty.
Finding rhyming rhymes it in the lyrics.
Yeah, so we gotta punch it. I would do that whole line.
Ryan rhymes it in the lyrics.
Like Triple H, a little late to apologize. Try not to hear it. A lot of lies I'm finding. Rhyming rhymes it in the lyrics.
A lot of
I would
lies.
sing that whole line.
A lot of lies I'm finding. Ryan rhymes it in the lyrics. A lot of lies I'm finding. Ryan rhymes it in the lyrics. A lot of lies I'm rhyming.
If we don't get the first half, that's fine, because I could just edit there.
This is how you practice. Just like whenever there's a part that I don't, like I'm stumbling on, I just say the same part over and over and over again, and then do it, and then it comes in. But I'll just sit there for like 10 minutes saying like, a lot of lies I'm finding, rhyming rhymes it in the lyrics. A lot of lies I'm finding, rhyming rhymes it in the lyrics. People think this isn't a job, It's a job. It's every bit of a job. It's definitely better than a 9 to 5, and it's, yeah. A lot of lies I'm finding, Ryan rhymes it in the lyrics. We should dub it too, though, right?
I think that's good, man.
This is a different kind of song for me. This is the first time I'm on like a song like this. So it's like, I've had R&B girls sing hooks for me, but this is the first time that I'm spitting a verse on her mainly singing. This is definitely out of my norm.
A little late to apologize. Try not to hear it. A lot of lies I'm finding. Ryan rhymes it in the lyrics.
So there's the
Cool.
mix, and then the 2 new audio files.
But the bottom one is just the mix right there?
The mix, yeah. And then that's.
Do you have a wave mix?
I can make a wave.
She's probably gonna want a wave.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool.
Good enough.
Thanks.
Yeah,
bro.
man, you got it.
Cool. This is off a track that I'm doing called Axl Rose. Yo, Cash is claying facts, slaying tracks with the savage flow. The Taskmaster clash, I'm a spaz in disaster zones. I'm Raps Axl Rose, my mind ain't any better. I'm a grind in any weather. I'm alive like Eddie Vedder, better than your average. See me panic on the flow. I spit it schizophrenic, but I keep it on the low. Bro ain't right in his mind, a king your team severed. My rhyme brings sight to the blind. I see devils, full of dreams indeed. It's true, death is back. I go from O to Wolverine in like 2 seconds flat. That crude, reckless act, my essence was robbed. The command and I stand in the presence of God. A message from Bond, scorn and form messy, born and deformed, or horns the Lord bless me. Testing me is infinite, participant to live right. A fist fights with different, I spit with deliverance. Oh yeah, this is Brucifer the Bunny. So I got this guy, he's in all my music videos. I think I forgot him in one of them, but he's in all my music videos and his name is Brucifer the Bunny. And we got him at a horror convention and the guy made him. He's like a custom made, one of a kind thing. And he's kind of interesting and he always makes little cameos. If you watch my videos, there's always like a little scene where it just cuts to him or like I'm chilling with him or something like that. And he was $60 at a horror convention in Worcester, the one that I was telling you guys about. And he was the only one like it. And I just kind of, I have like for all my CDs, I have people make like a graphic of him and it's like album covers and stuff like that with him on it, just for like the tray art, and then I swap it out. So for if you get something with him in it, it's a first pressing CD, it's one of my rarer ones, and then I switch it. And then I got this guy too. This guy's kind of cool. That's Freddie Ruxpin. He's kind of cool. These were at the crib, but I brought them here because they look cool. This I got from the Norwich Insane Asylum. We went in there and they were about to knock it down, and I saved it. And it's a vase, obviously, and it was cracked already, it was pieced together. But the interesting story, and I'm not exaggerating this, I swear on Sally, like on anything that I stand for, is right here. It has the guy's initials, and it says 4/26/65. I brought this from my apartment here on April 26th. I don't know how that happened, but like I turned it over and it was the exact same date. I think it was a couple years ago that I did it, maybe like last year. But I brought it here on that same date, so it's kind of crazy. And everyone asks me if I'm like worried about anything, and I'm not. When ghosts attach themselves to stuff, it's like really important stuff. Not, you know, not that that wasn't important, but it's a clay vase. Like if I die, I'm gonna attach myself to this collection. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know what I mean? Like, if you try to take something from this, you're gonna get haunted by me. So that's how it's gonna work out. We're at Carlson Gracie MMA. It's we're in Naugatuck, Connecticut. I come here 2 to 3 times a week. We come from New Haven.
At the same time, you have to stay patient. I'm moving around, head moving, because I'm making you impatient.
You did a good job. This is like my, I guess my third home. I guess home would be home, studio, and then here. This is where that's where I divide my time. If I'm not at the studio or the crib, I'm here. About a half hour, almost 40-minute drive each way. And a lot of people ask me why I come all the way to Naugatuck. This isn't exactly down the street. There's like some really good jiu-jitsu schools right down the street. It's just I'm a big fan of Coach's teaching style. Vinny Brightman, that's my coach. Vinny Brightman, you know, he just has a good way of molding me, and I'm learning, and I think he's a good teacher. I met him, he was teaching a kickboxing class. It's been 2 years just about. It'll be at the end of the month, it'll be 2 years that I've been doing kickboxing. And in New Haven, it was a Monday night class, and then he opened up this school, and everybody just kind of came here. When I found out we were actually doing the Hartford Elks Lodge, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, we're going to an Elks Lodge. It's like literally like 10 times the size that I thought it was gonna be. This could be fun. It's like a big giant mansion, you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, cool. You cannot judge a book by its cover. You tell that your whole life, you can't, you know what I mean? You can't judge a CD by its cover though. If the art is awesome, then you know what I mean, that's good, and you should buy some Madecipha CDs because the art's always dope. Reported that members have seen a male apparition, including instance where a lodge member's daughter was told by the apparition to get out. Other members have been touched or had their hair pulled in unseen forces. One member claimed, if they touch my dreads, I'm gonna be mad. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're at the Elks Lodge in Hartford, Connecticut. So it's a little over 100 years old, 115 years old. You definitely get a sense that there's a lot of like history here, and it's had a lot of ghost hunting groups come here and get some activity, so I'm pretty excited about it. It's supposed to be pretty active. A lot of the employees have had experiences.
We've pretty much had experiences in every floor. The one thing that I think is the most interesting that happened is, and I can't even remember how many years ago now, but sitting behind me here at the bar over here, and there were about 4 of us in the bar plus the bartender, and all of a sudden a glass fell off and crashed. I thought maybe, you know, she'd put them down wet and they were touching. They came from the top, so they were double stacked, came from the top and were flying off and hitting the cooler and breaking on the floor. Happened 5 times. And it didn't stop until she screamed at it, and it was really weird. She's like, "Stop it!" And then it stopped, and the energy changed, and it was the most bizarre thing.
And I guess an old Elks Lodge leader, his name is Samuel Chamberlain. He's supposed to haunt the location.
Samuel Chamberlain was the past exalted ruler also, but when he first came here, he was the trustee.
And so he was a head honcho for a little while back in the early days.
He sure was, and he was one of the people that helped get this lodge built. And when you do
so
historical
it would make
research,
sense for him to make sure everything is going smooth.
I would say yes. I honestly, in my heart of hearts, believe he's one of the people, one of the stronger presences here. I do.
Interesting.
I
Well,
do. He's protective. You know, we're all protective of this
Yeah,
place.
absolutely.
It's like our second home. So
He was like, you know, the overseer of everything. You know, usually that's how it is. You know, guys that have been there 30, 40 years don't want to let go and stick around. Just make sure things are running smoothly, kind of a situation. We're gonna plant these motion sensors. I got a couple different kinds. Oh man, this place is crazy. This is Mr. Samuel Chamberlain.
Yeah, this looks crazy up here, like we're in like Senate or something.
This is beautiful, dude. This is so, look at the gold leafing on this. This is like, 13 years I've been doing this, man, and I'm finally like happy that this is where I'm at, you know what I mean? Like, elevated to the next level now, here we go. Welcome to the jungle. We just gave it a quick sweep. I don't really feel anything up here. Yeah, I'm getting a crazy reading. It's like not going down.
Is it leading us somewhere?
Right down there, like right down the stairs.
There's something in the staircase. And I feel a breathe. There's something in the staircase. What's setting it off? Nothing. There's something in the staircase, yo. Dude. Take pictures, take pictures. Touching the wall, it's not going off. Touching that, it's not going off. Touching that, it's not going off. That's setting it off. There we go. Okay. There's the culprit right there. Yeah. You getting that? Yo, hit the thermometer, hit the thermometer. I'm like freezing right here. It's cold. What's the temperature?
70. That's what it's been about down here. Oh no, 68.
Yo, it never does this.
I just watched the temperature drop 5 degrees.
Really?
Yep, or now it's 64.
What? Is it the power? It's gotta be that. Okay, so there's nothing over there. It's gotta be something to do with the power. It's just, I guess it's setting off a lot. Kind of sucks, but this is what you gotta do. I was kind of hoping it was gonna be a little fairy tale ending to that story, but as a paranormal investigator, you're not supposed to get all excited. I'm supposed to debunk things. So like in a situation like this, what else could it be besides a ghost? It's like, you know, are you near a power line? Are you know, anywhere that blah, 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 what could it be? And we're standing right here. Now it's not doing anything at all, and it just randomly stops. Why would it do it further away from it. You get what I'm saying? If it's not doing it right here when it's 1.5 feet away, why is it doing it when it's 3 feet away over here? Okay, right up to the power line, it does nothing. Right here, it does.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that, because I was gonna try to debunk it, but that's clearly, I mean, that's power, and it's going off right here, away from everything. This is kind of bugged out.
So does that mean there's a ghost here? Possibly.
There's.
If you can't debunk it, then that means that there would be a ghost, right?
It means there's an energy here that's setting this off. That's not any electricity. Absolutely. He got an ecto photo. We're gonna go explore that a little bit more because that seems like the better avenue right now than to sit there and try to scratch our heads over this EMF thing. But it's something that happened, and as of right now, it can't be debunked and it can't be explained. So we're gonna leave it at that and call it a night. Are you the ghost of Mr. Samuel Chamberlain? If you are, can you make a knock? Okay, that was a knock. There's like a groan. Did you enjoy our visit? Is it okay if we come back again? The machine just turned on. Can you turn that machine off? Acknowledge it right away. There's a groan, but it's really hard to hear in here with all the side traffic, whatever. I could play it again at the studio. It's just like I said something and it sounded like something, and there was like a long drone. I don't know. I mean, the only thing I thought of, I was like, it could have been a motorcycle that was really loud, but I don't really remember. Again, I would have, like, now if there was a motorcycle that was that loud that we could have heard it from the street, I would have pointed it out. I'm really good at, like, when I do these things, pointing out side noise. You know, I'm always like, crickets, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Like, if I play another, like, 5 for you, you'll hear me doing that constantly. That I don't remember a bike being so loud that it sounded like a groan that I didn't call it out on. I'm pretty observant, you know what I mean? Like, you wanna know how organized I am and everything? I pretty much, I mean, I've been in the game for a little while. I kind of got it to a science at this point. So it's like, I mean, like, to debunk it first, it could have been a motorcycle, but I don't remember hearing anything. And since I called out the ice machine and I called out them walking, and I already showed that I do that, I don't remember hearing any outside interference that was that loud that I would have totally acknowledged, because I knew it would have picked up on the recording. So. I'm 35 and I don't have any kids. And I live a bachelor lifestyle, so I rarely ever have a serious girlfriend. So this is my child. I thank God for her every day. Huh, Sally? That's what I tell her every day. I adopted her 2 years ago. Huh, she came from Stanford. She's very fat. Huh, I squeeze her. I feel like that. She's very tolerant of my squishing and squeezing. Huh, say hi to the camera, Sally. Say hi. She's very good. She's very, very good. She's very affectionate. So this is like my baby. I keep her at the studio because my apartment, believe it, my apartment's like nice, but it's my room is small, and she kind of just hangs out in the room, and it's smaller than this. It's like I don't know. It's just kind of got like a bed and a closet. So I put her down here, and she actually likes it a lot better. Well, hi. Say hi, Sally. Say hi. You're on TV. Huh. So I don't know how old she is. I think she's like probably like 8 to 10 years old, but I just enjoy her very much. Look at the belly. This cat has not scratched me one time, ever. Oh look, come here, come on, come on, come on. She's very, very loving. She's the best cat I've ever met. where my studio is, on the street, there's this bunny that was running around. And it's obviously a pet bunny. It's not like a little gray wild rabbit. It's like a pet bunny, and he's been running around. And I've been trying to catch this little dude all summer. And finally, I snuck up behind him, and I snatched him. I got him, and I put him in here, but he got out of it. He's actually litter box trained. He doesn't eat wires. I just got a food out now. Like if you got to go to the bathroom, he'll go in there. Like. So now I have a rescue cat, a rescue rat, a rescue bunny, and 3 rescue tortoises. I'm becoming to have like a zoo, and I realized it's because my interactions with people are kind of like because I'm a lunatic, and I like animals way better because they don't betray you and they don't do drugs and they don't steal from you, and I just really like animals. So I got a pet bunny now. I named him Roger. He just runs around. I came in today and he was out of his cage, so I was like, I might as well just get rid of this. This was to contain him, but it looks like he doesn't need it. Come here, Bunny. Where is Bunny? Damn. A lot of rappers, you know, are all about the fancy cars and the bling bling and all that. And don't get me wrong, I am too. I want the new Corvette. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre signed me, make me money. You know what I mean? If I get a lot of money, I'm definitely gonna invest in turtles. This turtle right here, alive, is like 30 grand. There's only like 3 of them known to be preserved, and I have one of that's a albino macrospelota. Or terrapin. Yeah. Or terrapin. People actually hit me up all the time, and they're like, "Can I come see your albino macrospelota?" And I was like, "Sure." And like people are like, "Oh, there's a saying amongst turtle people that turtles are the new diamonds." Yeah. This is my buddy Pete. Pete, I know Pete through Brandon Ballinger. Brandon is my scientist buddy that first showed me how to preserve specimens. This is the first one. Brandon actually, we found this dead. It's a brown snake in our old studio in like 2006, and Brandon, we brought it in the bathroom and he showed me how to do it, and we put it in there, and this is the one that started it all. Brandon lives in Louisiana now, and Pete lives in Massachusetts, so me and Pete have become very good friends, and he brings me a bunch of stuff. We make trades all the time.
Instead of just buying stuff online, I'd rather just trade and get stuff from people's private collections.
What he's doing now is that I just got that turtle. It's a very rare turtle, and it's floating, and I want it to, like when it's on display, I have open studios in like 2 weeks. I don't want it floating. I want it sitting nice, looking good.
So he's floating on this side. It's probably bacterial gas. A lot of these, even when they're alive, they float on one side. That's the bacterial gases that build up. It's floating less.
It definitely is floating a lot less.
So
it's like starting to sink. So this was floating, and now it's.
I could probably get some more out.
How did tell me what you did? Because these are things I need to know. I've been doing this for 11 years.
Well, I looked to see where it was floating. I think it was in its lung. So
it had air in its lung?
Yeah, so I punctured it and tried to take all that air out. Just put the needle into where you think the bubble is floating. Okay.
Now it's good. Wow. Give me some dap on that one.
It's
cool.
possible there may be a little more bacteria gas left in there that's going to make gas.
No, that looks great.
Now, before I start poking this small rare turtle, I would just want to take a look at it and see. I'm going to need a smaller needle.
This is an albino two-headed turtle. There's not a lot of them. My buddy just got a perfect one.
It's like a conjoined twin.
I got two heads.
So it's like
it's a little brown.
1 3/4 and 1/2 turtle. Now, there's a couple things you could do to change the density of this to make it sink. You can inject it with salt water, a lot of salt, and that'll weigh it down a little bit.
What about taking out the air pocket out of it?
Well, I'm going to try that.
I've come a long way, Pete. My collection. Remember when I first started out?
Yep.
If it wasn't for this guy right here, him and Brandon, I wouldn't have none of this. This is my mentor right here.
You have a good collection of weird stuff. The weirder the better. Sometimes if you just push it down a little bit.
Oh, was that an air pocket in the shell?
Yes.
That's why it looked all rotted like that and brown?
Yeah, it was an air pocket. See the bubbles coming out?
Yeah. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Pete showed me how to do some things today that, I was unfamiliar with. I've been doing this a long time, and it's there's still things that I'm learning. It was cool. Every time that dude comes out, it's like Christmas. It's like, I'm just like, oh, Pete's coming down, awesome. You know what I mean? He always opens up his box, and it's like, oh! And I'm just like, what's in there? What's in there? You know what I mean? And like, I never know. Is it going to be fossils? Is it going to be a wet specimen? Has he got skulls for me?
This is one of those little baby octopus they sell in the in food markets.
Yeah, these are cool.
Yeah, people cook them up and stuff. You ever
Is this a different
You ever
sauce?
eat octopus? That's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
Octopus vulgaris, the common.
Is it the same one that I have?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll take another one. Yeah, I like them.
Take another one.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is like shows evolution of like
We
arachnids.
got a bark
There's
scorpion.
spiders.
What is that? A garden spider? That looks like a garden spider.
Yeah, a gaiape. It's one of the orb spiders.
That's the smallest horseshoe crab I've ever seen. As you saw, I gave him a bunch of stuff. I try to let him take what he wants. I don't know. Do you like snakes?
There's 2 red claws. Yeah, I could use some snakes. You have 2 of those red claws.
Do you want a baby green cheese python? I was gonna sell it in my store, but I don't need to. It's a baby one. It was red. I wish I kept it in glycerin. It would have stayed red.
Yeah, if you don't need it, I'll take it.
No, you can take it. That's a little puppy.
Yeah, a little puppy.
I got that from the vet. That thing kind of freaks me out. It looks like an alien. I want to get rid of it.
It does look like an
It
alien.
looks exactly like an alien. It kind of.
Well, see if you can sell it. Yeah, you can sell it as an alien.
What do I got in here? I got 2 red knees. I could give you a red knee.
Okay.
I'm keeping the big one. You could have the small one.
Yeah,
I didn't even know
yeah.
I had to. I thought I only
Yeah,
had
I'll
one.
take them.
All right, here, take that.
Okay, I'll
I think I got 2 bird eaters too. You want a bird eater?
Yeah, take out a couple things that you have too, and I'll pick them out right here.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a red knee. You're gonna know that's a red knee instantly. So
Okay.
we don't need to label it.
Okay.
Strange
Can't
one.
pick them up.
I got it.
That's a bird eater.
That's a bird eater.
Okay. Let me put it in the channel.
All right. So you got a bird eater and you got a Mexican red knee. Any more snakes? You
Yeah,
want?
I'll
Do you want
take-
like a blood python or anything?
Yeah, I'll take a look at. Yeah, I'll take a look at them. Is this an olive python?
No,
or-
that's a white-lipped. That's a white-lipped southern, and this is a white-lipped northern. I want to keep that one. If you want to snag that, I'll let you take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. You sure?
Yeah, you
don't
can
need
take it. That's a nice looking snake. You give me a lot of stuff, so I mean, I want to like return the favor by all means. That's how I am.
I think for now I'm okay.
All right.
And next time I'm in the Northeast.
All right. Don't get bit by any rattlesnakes.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Yeah. So Pete took off. I'm gonna do some music stuff. I've been writing a little bit. My boy just Migs from Canada sent me a beat. I'm about to wrap it up, and then in a little while, I'm getting together with some of my boys that I haven't chilled with in a little while, and I think we're gonna go something. The Daniel Benton house is gonna be the oldest house I've ever been to. I don't think I've ever been to an original house from 1720 intact. It's gonna be like a little glimpse into that era. I thought it was just gonna be like a revolutionary, there's like a guy there from the Revolutionary War era that just never like left. And from how I gathered it, he was much older than this, like, I guess she was like 16 or 17 and he was like in his 30s. He was in love with her and she was in love with him. And they both got smallpox and died. And like, it was a love story. What's his name?
Elijah.
That's Elijah. Okay, and the girl is?
Jemima Barrows.
Jemima Barrows.
She was just a daughter of a simple furniture maker. And I don't mean a grand cabinet maker, grand furniture, simple cabinet maker. So this was a class issue. She was not of the same class. The way the 18th century works, age makes no difference.
That's what I was saying on the way up here. I was like, back in those days, a 30-year-old guy can marry a 14-year-old.
Well, the age of consent is 21 for a woman. If you're under 21 and you're getting married, you need permission from your parents. But you can, 15, 16-year-olds could certainly get married. The big issue here probably
they didn't give him permission.
They didn't give him permission. Elijah Benton is the eldest grandson of Daniel Benton, builder of the house. He owns about 400 acres of land. If Jemima had been from a well-to-do family with land,
they would have let it happen.
More than likely it would have been okay.
Yeah.
This is a 16-year-old girl who defied, I'm sure, her parents, as well as the law, because this house was under quarantine, to come in here.
And once it was under quarantine over the smallpox issue, and she caught smallpox eventually. And like they both got smallpox and died kind of similar to each other, and they loved each other, and they couldn't be together. That's love. You know what I mean? Like that is what love is right there. You know what I mean? That was my favorite spot that we went to out of the 5. That place, as soon as we're in the little kitchen with her and we're talking, and as soon as we walked into that room, it was like, you're in 1720. It feels like I'm stepping back in time.
Hey, this keeps doing that right here.
Are you shaking it?
No, not at all. Watch it on.
Put it up to, put it down to the floor. Put it up to the ceiling. Is there any source of electricity? Okay,
There you
so
go.
there's one right there. There's got to be something.
Oh, it stopped again though.
It's
probably pick up the electric light.
There's got to be some kind of wire that goes to the light that's setting it off, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is crazy. Yo, this is dope.
Wow, look how tight that is.
Yeah, this whole thing is crazy. Just the essence, like the energy that this place is giving off is wild. I don't even know what to do. Like, the ceiling is right here, and I'm right here.
Really?
Yo, it's like, this is the ceiling, dude.
So what were they like, shorter back then? I don't get
They
it.
definitely weren't 6'4". Oh, this is the same material that they use to make gravestones in that era.
Really?
Yep. This is the same material. They either use red sandstone or they use slate like this, and they polished it, and then they engraved it with the cherub faces and everything like that. This is a slate slab. It's completely perfect to the time period. It's exactly what they would have used. Back then you needed ash to make soap, you needed ash to do a whole bunch of things. It was a business, and like there was slate which was containing it, which was used to make the tombstones back in the day. I mean, it literally was a time capsule. This is insane. This is like unlike anything I've ever seen before in my life. There was all sorts of crazy stories with the German soldiers being prisoners, but they were like allowed to leave, and they gave their word they would come back, and they did. Because back in the day when people were like, I give you my word on something, like it actually like meant something. That's like all you had back in the day. This is wild. I'm like, I can't believe that people would be like, yeah, man, we're gonna go out in the daytime, we're gonna go drinking, you know what I mean? And then by nighttime, when we come back drunk, we're gonna just pass out and be your slave. Or your prisoner or whatever. Like, no. You know what I mean? Like, then there was the two graves on the front lawn. They were separated by like 45 feet. They had the original stones, the slate stones. In the middle, they had a new rock with a plaque. And I mean, they weren't side by side, but I mean, they're pretty close, and they were like the only ones on this lawn. It's like everyone else was on the cemetery. They were still on the same plot of land, and it was still kind of beautiful. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a recorder.
Okay.
Okay? Everybody's gotta stand still, give it 10 seconds to answer, and then if you wanna ask anything, you could ask whatever. It is August 30th. It was definitely like a sight to see. It was unfortunate because the EVP didn't really work. Is anyone with us right now? EVPs are best right when it starts to get kind of cold, because crickets are a mug. Like, they just mess everything up. You hear crickets and all sorts of stuff like that, so they're hard to debunk. And if you hear anything in the background and then you run in whatever system you have, it's hard to eliminate the sound of the crickets. Are you both still in love with each other? And I know it's not like super exciting like stuff, but like sometimes I go 1 in every 15, 1 in every 20 times before something cool happens. You're not gonna get results every single time. Are you upset that your parents did not let you marry? If you went to a cemetery and saw a ghost every single time, everybody would be doing this. There would be no thrill in it. It wouldn't be hunting. I just wrote this one the other day. This was like for you guys, actually, so, you know. The accuser convinced me, I'm living condemned. The decisions are flimsy, the root is an end. Giving it to me, do truly defends. Pretend I'm assuming the new prince of the dead. It said I see demons, I'm attached to Abraxas. Maybe need Jesus, I'm crazy, my actions, the passions to beat the odds, saved by the passage. Keep on keeping on, but Bond is inactive. Conflicted by a tug of war of angels and devils. To hell I might make it, but I praise when disheveled. The blood is all a gift, my brain is assembled. The level of my pain will stain you forever, and whether you better get severed with swords. The morgue is the next stop, got dreadlocks and claws. The source will get rocked, I'm the lord of the flies. Madecipha is the nicest, I'm like Spawn in disguise. Let's go over the Daniel Benton one real quick. This was my favorite one. It was very authentic. Like, I liked the time period, everything was like that. Look at that, that's crazy. Like, everything was in the house was from like the 1700s. There was no replicas. It literally felt like you were going back in time. Like, look at that. Everything in here was just old. Sometimes you gotta look in the window. So like right here, you see like a purple glare to it. You gotta check it out. You gotta kind of zoom in. In this case, I don't think it's anything, but I mean, this is a lot of going like that. You know what I mean? Like checking just each photo. gotta look in the mirrors and stuff. It's like, look at that mirror. That mirror just looks old. Like that. This place was awesome. It was like a real treat to go there, you know what I mean? Elisha Benton. His birthday is the day after mine. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't see anything cool in the Daniel Benton house. At the Elks Lodge, we did get a photo. It's kind of not the best quality photo. All right, this is clearly me by the stairs where the EMF detector is going off, and there's some kind of blue mist right there. I don't know what that is. I've never noticed that. It's not really that great of a photo, but okay, there's that purple mist again, and that's right where we were having the activity. So now that I'm going through these, it's actually getting kind of interesting because I guess I didn't go through them that well. I apologize about that, but there's actually like right there a significant purple mist, clear as day. Okay, that's cool. Wow, okay, that's interesting. I've never seen this photo. Now, normally with orbs, you want to try to debunk them. Anything, if you take a photo right now, anything can make an orb, anything. Like we're in a dusty basement, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna create an orb. This one right here, you have an orb right here, but it has a solid ring around it, which I was told that's how you differentiate good orbs from bad orbs. If they have like a thick crust to them, like if just the normal ones will just look flat, like it doesn't have anything. This one has a solid thick crust to it. It actually has purple crust around it. Like as you see, it's purple. It has a little bit of yellow in it. It's purple and then pink in the middle, and then it has a green orb next to it, which colored ones are usually pretty good with a solid ring around it too. I never noticed that. That's probably the money shot right there. I don't know how I looked over that. That's very, very interesting. That's the guy right there, this photo that is supposed to haunt the place. His name is Samuel Chamberlain. Yeah, these photos. What is that? What the? Holy What's that? Do you remember that? We gotta find another photo of that. What is that, dude? I mean, it looks like a face. This photo right here, when you go to the top of the stairs, and the elk's head is out right there. Behind the elk's head, there is a cloud of smoke that looks like an entity right there, and I have no idea what it is. And it's not in any other photo. That to me looks like ecto, but it's very fuzzy. It's not a great photo. See, the quality is horrible. If this was a much tighter shot, but it looks like it's floating. It looks like there's an eye, a nose, and a mouth. It looks like an old man's face. Here, come here, Matt. Come on camera just for a second. And look, you were there that day. Right there. What is that?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I don't remember that being there either.
It's a weird color also. It wouldn't like...
No, it stood out.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right, maybe we did get some cool stuff. You know, ghost hunting, it helped me be, as a man, it helped me be patient. Because sometimes you go out and you go out and you go out and you get no activity, you get little activity, you might get an orb here and there. But you never know like what little spot you're gonna stumble upon that something great happens or something doesn't. When it does happen, it's an adrenaline rush unlike anything you've ever experienced, but you never know.